My name is Dr. Jessica Mountford and I'm the Brian King Fellow and the Head of Functional Molecular Vision at the Lions Eye Institute in Perth, Western Australia. I began my research journey with a Bachelor of Science degree from Monash University in Melbourne, and after obtaining a summer scholarship, I went on to continue on to honours and a PhD at the Australian Centre for Blood Diseases. I was responsible for characterising a novel lipid kinase that was responsible for regulating the internal membrane structures of megakaryocytes and platelets, and this was implicated in thrombosis, heart attack and stroke. After a successful PhD, I went on to take two postdoctoral positions at the University of Western Australia in Perth, where I was responsible for looking at the evolution of visual and non-visual opsins across vertebrate species, ranging from the primitive lamprey eye through to the complex eye of humans. It was here that I also began my journey researching myopia. After completing my postdoctoral positions at the University of Western Australia, I relocated back to Melbourne, where I started my small family. And it was during the 2020 COVID-19 lockdowns that I started thinking about my current project, early onset myopia. It was here that I realised that children were spending a lot more time indoors and had moved to online learning. And I thought this would be a really great opportunity to look at how environmental factors, along with genetics, can lead to disease, and in particular ocular disease and early onset myopia in children. I was awarded a Brian King Fellowship at the Lions Eye Institute here in Perth, where I've successfully set up Western Australia's first zebrafish genetic screening platform, where we're using reverse genetics to study how lack of function of genes taken from human genome-wide association studies can lead to changes in both the structure and function of the zebrafish developing eye in embryogenesis. And as you can see here, the zebrafish eye is a great model for studying ocular disease, as a zebrafish is both transparent and has a relatively large eye compared to the rest of the body. By characterising how a lack of function of particular genes taken from these GWAS studies functions in the eye, we can then go on to develop novel treatment strategies using pharmaceuticals and or gene therapy for future use. I really enjoy being able to contribute to finding novel ways to develop new treatment strategies for disease and answering the difficult questions in life. I'm obviously very motivated to work on childhood diseases after having children of my own, so I get a lot of joy from contributing to scientific research. Outside of the lab, you'll find me outdoors in nature. I grew up in far north Queensland in the bush, and I've continued that on to adulthood. I like taking my children out hiking, swimming in the beach, going for bushwalks, trying to find Perth's best coffee after moving from Melbourne, going to museums and art exhibits, and going to markets and listening to live music.